Okay, we just starting then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. So, hello, people. This is Attempt to Speak. I don't even know what number we're on. I have no clue.
7.
I never know.
8.
It's like 6, 7, 8. It's one of those. Maybe next time we'll get the correct number. But for this one, we're going back to talking about platform fighters because things are out there. So, we're going to start with Smash Brothers. We're going to get this one out of the way first. So, Sora came out a while ago, which means that the Smash DLC is officially over. So, overall, how do you feel about it? The characters that we were given from Joker, from like Piranha Plant to Sora.
Piranha Plant to Sora? It was fine.
Yeah. I didn't really have it. I didn't really have an issue. Obviously, there's no such thing as a wasted slot. That is just an opinion.
I mean,
so,
well, come for someone who doesn't play them, any of them competitively. It was fine.
Yeah. Although I am very happy because they gave me Terry, and Terry was the one character I've wanted for a long time. So I'm glad he's here. My Terry's not really any good, but I'm glad he's in the game.
Yeah.
And then I have a lot of friends that are very happy that Sora's in the game. And I can't really say I'm disappointed in anyone. The only character that I don't like anymore is Steve.
Right.
I was cool with Steve at first, but as time goes on, I kind of just got sick of him.
I don't like Steve anymore.
I don't really like playing him. I hate fighting him. So, he's like the one. But otherwise, the characters are cool. I like Kazuya. I can't play Kazuya either. Kazuya is worse than my Terry, but Kazuya is cool. Even though seems kind of broke.
Yeah, they got rid of his infinite, so he's not as busted.
It's like, people said that, like, Fighters Pass 1 is like the highly requested characters that vary like from each region. Everyone got a character, or every county or whatever got a character. Yeah. Fighters Pass 2 is the annoying pass because all of them are annoying to fight.
Annoying pass.
Because it started off with Min Min. Min Min's mad annoying. Then there's Steve. Steve's mad annoying. You got Sephiroth. He's mad annoying. You get Kazuya. He's mad annoying. Pyro and Myth are mad annoying. Sora's pretty annoying. So Fighters Pass 2 is just the annoying pass, where they're the characters that are just annoying to fight, and I don't want to deal with them, so... But no, I definitely say that I'm pretty happy with the pass overall, and all the characters I got added, because a lot of them were characters people wanted for a long time, like Sora and Banjo. I'm glad Banjo showed up.
And Sephiroth. After they got Cloud in there.
Yeah, ever since Cloud launched on Smash 4, people were just like... Yo, Sephiroth too?
Please.
But yeah, and I will also say that this now with Sora being here and that there's no more DLC, that means that Smash Ultimate can finally start. Because that's how I feel about it. Now that all the characters are in the game, it's time to learn the game. It's time to learn matchups because no one else is going to show up. So now it's finally time to learn matchups and get good. That's what all of us need to do. So...
all of us that want to do that.
Yeah. There's no more surprises. And if you don't, well, you can still enjoy the game because there's a lot of characters, there's a lot of stages, and it's just endless fun because that's what Smash always is.
Right.
But, at least for now, there's not really much else to talk about with Smash. Aside from the fact that it also was just said that Panda Global... was able to set up an official tournament, an official Smash Brothers Ultimate and Melee tournament.
I did see that.
It is an official setup through Nintendo, so they worked something out. They made a miracle because Panda's awesome. So
right,
because I pretty much follow everyone on Panda, and Panda itself and their fighting game channel. They got a lot going on, but I think it's cool. But there's, at least for as of this recording, there's no more information on that. Yeah. But it could be cool, and I don't know how they're gonna go about it. But we'll just wait and see, and we'll see like what it takes to enter. Like if it's gonna be like at a venue, I doubt it, or if it's gonna be like online. My assumption is that it's gonna be like an online tournament. Well, maybe not. I really don't know. Like I said, I'm just speculating. We don't know anything about it, so we're just gonna wait.
Yeah.
So with that, the next game we're going to talk about is Nick Allstar Brawl. And the fact that currently the game is at like a standstill, not only because the only thing that's come out for the game is 2 patches of everything that's already in the game. Another issue is that they haven't said anything about anything that could be coming up, aside from the fact that like right before the game launched they said that there would be 2 additional characters and they had DLC planned, but that's still all we know. Like, we don't know anything.
Right. We only know that Garfield's in the character files right now.
Yeah, we know that based on some data mines from like the character files that potentially it's still potential because they haven't said anything, so we don't know for sure, but potentially the next 2 characters that they're adding to the game are Garfield and Shredder, which is cool because I love both of those characters. But I think part of the issue is that we haven't heard anything from them. Yeah, we haven't heard anything from them. So the game is it's like the game's on hold. Like, it's just stopped.
Right.
At least that's how it feels. And that's an issue. Because ever since there's like a big there was some tournaments that happened like early on, which is cool, which I thought was cool. But I feel it feels like the game has stopped, and like they're not even gonna like tease anything.
No, like wait and see, I guess.
Unless Thaddeus has been posting things on Twitter, which I don't know if he has because I'm not on Twitter. So
yeah, I have no idea.
I was gonna say I would have to check that, but otherwise I feel like we just haven't heard anything.
I think that's not very good for the game.
No, I feel like it isn't because that's what happened. Because now our third topic is that there's a new one that was recently announced. And I feel like that's going to be an issue for Nick Allstar, like the game. I feel like it's going to be an issue. Mm. And before we get to that, I first want to say there's 2 things. One, I am sick of the term Smash clone. I hate that term because they are platform fighters, and we are allowed to have more than one platform fighter. And not every game that's a platform fighter is going to be like, haha, it's trying to be Smash. No, fuck that. It's a platform fighter. Smash is not a game genre. And I feel like people don't understand that.
I went to the Discord after a few hours that the trailer went out, and it was like, Multiverse, who's playing? And then the first response I got is, a Nick Allstar's clone. I'll pass.
Yeah. But seriously, like, the term Smash clone is stupid, and I'm sick of it. I don't like using it. Platform fighters is a genre. It is a genre of game, and that's what they should be classified as.
Yeah. No. That's not...
It shouldn't even be... Smash clone shouldn't even be a thing, because Smash wasn't even the first platform fighter. Since the goddamn Namco made the first one, which is very ironic. Yeah. Namco made the first one called
and they helped make the last 2
called the Outfoxies in 1994, and it's an arcade game, and I would love to play it. But that, as far as I know, that is the first platform fighter because that was 5 years before Smash came out.
So saying Smash clones, we gotta say Outfoxies clones.
No,
yeah,
no, nothing's a clone.
Smash is an Outfoxies clone.
Yeah, Smash is just it's an Outfoxies ripoff. So
yeah, so there you go. Outfoxies the true Smash.
But yeah, so that's one thing. Another thing that I just wanted to bring up is like the whole dead game thing. Because honestly, it's also stupid. Because albeit it's true that like a dead game would potentially be like a game that little to nobody's playing anymore. Like that's a thing. It happens to all games eventually. You know, except for League of Legends. And except for maybe Raid Shadow Legends, I don't know. I don't know if people still play that, but I know that that's just become a meme. Rocket Arena's still doing good, which I'm happy for. Rocket Arena's a good game.
Yeah, it's funny because they just threw Ghostbusters in there.
Yeah.
You can use the Echo one.
Yeah, and Smite's still kicking because they just put Transformers in it, which was like Optimus and Megatron and Starscream, I believe, got put into Smite. Which is cool.
Which is funny.
But there's games, there are online games like that they pull through, and they're lucky enough to stay alive even now, because a lot of those games have been around for years. Um, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way, and then a game just quote unquote dies, and so it's just like people aren't playing it anymore. However, it's more about the fact, like, the time people spent playing it, like when it came out, the time that people have put into it, and even if you don't play a game anymore and the game is dead, it doesn't mean that, like, it doesn't mean it was like a waste.
Right.
You know?
I mean, maybe. I mean, I know you can officially say the game's dead if it's like an online only game and the servers are down.
Yeah, you don't want your game to end up like Mag. Or like goddamn what was it? Dead Alliance? The shooter that I wanted to try, but I didn't realize it only lived for like a year.
Right.
And it came out in like 2016, I think it was, and then the server shut down like a year later.
Or Extreme Gas Guzzlers.
Oh yeah, or extreme,
where the servers were down, and then they decided to port it when the servers aren't up.
Yeah, where I think it only lived for like no more than a year, and then the servers got shut down because the game wasn't popular enough, and then they ported it to every console with no servers. So
4 years later.
Yeah, so like the Switch just recently got it, and that is a 2013 game. Like, it's an old game, and they ported it to Switch, and it's one player because there's no online, because there's no servers. Or you could end up like Starhawk, which Starhawk had a heavy focus on multiplayer. It still had a single player campaign, which is a PS3 exclusive. It's a good game. I liked it. The campaign, you beat it in like 5 or 6 hours. It's not very long. But the fact is that, like, that's all that's left is because they shut down the servers, because the game, I don't think the game did all that well when it came out. So it didn't live long, but you could still get like an idea of the premise of the game based on like the single player campaign, and I thought it was fun. I had a good time with it. It was a fun game. I got it cheap because I got it like probably like 2 or 3 years ago, so the game was long dead when I got it, but I got it for a couple bucks. It was fun. It was worth the investment.
I mean, it seemed like it could have been fun online.
That's essentially the point, is that games are worth the investment. So they say that for Starhawk, because I spent like, what, $3-4 on Starhawk, and I got 6 hours out of it. And I had a good time. I don't play it anymore. Maybe one day I'll go back and play through it, and then I'll put it away for another like 5-10 years and then play it again.
I mean, that's what you did with Star Fox Zero.
Yeah, I did that with Star Fox Zero. I got Star Fox Zero for $10, which, granted, I like Star Fox Zero. I know most people don't. Everyone's just like, oh, game shit. I like it though. And I recently played through it again. I got it, I think, a year after it came out, and I got the disc by itself for $10. I played it and I had a good time. And then just like last month, played through it again, still had a good time. So
yeah,
it's like, that's the thing. It's like, you can, it's one thing if a game is like online only and the servers get shut down, because then you're gonna end up like Mag and you can't play it. But if it's a game like, if it's like a single player game like Starhawk or Star Fox Zero, or like the old God of Wars, like the old Tomb Raiders, like games people own on PlayStation, like Pac-Man World. I play Pac-Man World every once in a blue moon because I like that game. I grew up playing it. It's a good game. Is the game dead? I mean, it was a single player game, so it was never alive to begin with, quote unquote, I guess. I don't really know.
It's also a disc, so it's not sentient.
Yeah, so, but I mean, I've played Pac-Man World many times. I don't even, honestly, I got it so long ago and I was so young, I don't remember how I got it. All I know is that it's in my possession. I've owned it for a long time. But, you know, even like Nick Allstar Brawl. So like, say Warner Brothers Multiversus comes out. No one plays Nick Allstar Brawl. No one plays Nickelodeon anymore. Sure, it's a dead game, but that doesn't mean it was like its existence was a waste, because a lot of people put a lot of time into that game when it came out. And unless you didn't enjoy it, it wasn't a waste. So it's right? That way with fighting games. Like even the old Smash Bros. Like 64 and Brawl and 4. Like people don't play those anymore.
At least not officially.
Yeah, like people don't really play those anymore. Those weren't a waste because I'm sure a lot of people put a lot of time into all of them. I mean, Melee's still around, so I didn't say that one. But like, especially Brawl. Because Brawl was one where it was great. Like, people enjoyed it when it came out, except for the people who were diehard Melee fans. and now everyone shits on Brawl.
Because now it's a PM loading.
Yeah, it's essentially it's a disc with PM on it. Which also, I just want to say, hot take, Brawl is better than Smash 4. I will die on that hill. I would say, with my overall experience between the two games, I liked Brawl more than Smash 4.
Some people might agree with you, especially nowadays.
Yeah. I would say, of all the Smash Brothers games, I would also say that Smash 4 was the weakest one. I will say that I did enjoy my time when it was the most recent Smash Brothers, but now the Ultimate's here, I will gladly never go back to Smash 4. But I have gone back to Brawl before. And obviously, we play 64, so Smash 64...
Especially 64 Remix.
Smash 64 is like a different game.
Like, especially 64 Remix, seeing how that just officially released a couple months ago.
Remix being around, they added Marth and Mewtwo. Remix is fun. So, you got Conquer in there, because Smash won't do that, so the fans did it.
So they did it.
You got Mad Piano, because Smash won't do that, so...
I still think it's cool how Mewtwo's in it, because... Well, Nintendo couldn't do it at the time. They couldn't do it.
It's like at the time, I believe it was during 64's production. It was Bowser, Wario, Mewtwo, and Pit were characters that they had to scrap from 64 because they ran out of time. I think Pit, they couldn't get him to work properly, so they just replaced him with Jigglypuff.
They couldn't get his wings to work.
Yeah, like he was like glitching out in the game, and they didn't have enough time. They didn't want to waste time trying to figure out what was wrong, so they just replaced him with an easier character, and that's why Puff's here. It's just what I've heard. But I totally believe it. Remix doesn't have Pit, does it?
No.
Maybe they're having the same issue.
Yeah, I was just saying, maybe they ran into the same problem.
Yeah, but Remix, they got Bowser now, you got Wario now, you got Mewtwo now. Like, all these characters that they ran out of time and didn't do, and then moved on to bigger and stronger consoles. Like... people have been able to go back and make them work, and that's really cool, and it makes 64 worth playing. Even the original 64 is still fun. I still have fun with it. I only played Mario and Link because I was boring in that game, but they're fun. So it's like it's so different from like even Melee. Like it's like a different game.
Right,
But it's so cool.
I still think 64 is the best Smash game, even though that's the only one I've never played competitively.
Yeah, 64.
I think it's the best one.
I just love watching the
combo.
Yeah, the training mode combo contests.
Yeah.
Those are so cool. So I could never do it, but I love watching it. It's so cool. But yeah, just because people don't play a game anymore doesn't mean it was like a waste. And like I'm sure some people would say that like a dead game and like a waste are like two different things, and that makes sense. But
I feel like a waste would be you were hyped for a game, you got it day one, like $40, $50, $60. You play it for like an hour, you don't like it, and never go to it again.
I would say I have a couple games in mind that I would say were a waste. One hurt, which was Bounty Battle. I was very excited for Bounty Battle because they had a great roster. Game sucks. The game was awful, and it sucked. It made me very sad that the game is shit. So
yeah,
because I pretty much recognized most of the characters in the game, and I was like, oh, it's like a fighting game with all these characters that people don't know, but I know a lot of them. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Game's not fun. It's not fun to play. It just controls weird, and I don't know what the hell is going on with that, but it's not good.
Right.
Game that's probably a waste. Maybe Knockout City.
For you?
Maybe, probably, yeah, maybe for me. I know you speedrun the game, so that's different. You're different.
And I also got it for free because it was on Game Pass.
You also got it on Game Pass, so like nothing on Game Pass is a waste. Because you just get them all for free, basically. Or you just pay a monthly fee and have hundreds of games at your disposal. Yeah, but I bought it when it came out, and we played it for a while. I just don't have any interest in it anymore, so...
It's like after the first map came out, like shortly after, is when
I stopped playing, like, near the end of Season 1 was when I stopped playing. Because I played at launch, and I played through some of Season 1, because I remember playing when they added a new map, and then I just...
like Galactic Burger when the game officially released.
Yeah, and then I just lost interest, and I was just like, I don't know, I got a lot of other things to play,
Because I played through all of Season 1, and then all of season 2, and then when like season 2 ended, when they revealed that season 3 was going out, I was already more dedicated to Dead by Daylight. So that might have caused me to just stop because I was already in another game that was still going and had updates more frequently than Knockout City.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, I just picked one. And I was like, okay, well, Dead by Daylight because they're still going and content's out faster.
Yeah, and Dead by Daylight gets more recognition because Knockout City, EA put out Knockout City, and it's like they just release seasons, but like that's it. It doesn't really have much of a fan base.
Even though Knockout City, I would say, is made better, and probably has more dedicated servers. Well, not really dedicated, but especially nowadays. I think when it came out, probably the servers were more dedicated. But at a time, they were more dedicated than Dead by Daylight. But it works better.
Essentially, EA did better than Behavior, but EA just let the game die. So like
send it outside and
don't
never let it back in.
Yeah, it's like they just let it die, and people like stopped playing Knockout City. Like they didn't want to do like a big like squad tournament for Knockout City, so that like to give the game recognition and then like start releasing seasons.
Nope.
You know what? They did the same goddamn thing to Rocket Arena. Like, until Rocket Arena was dead, I didn't even know it existed. I remember hearing about it, and I just never played it.
I didn't play it till the EA Play came to Game Pass. I'm like, oh, that's free now. I'll try it.
It came to PS Plus, and I tried it.
And then that was when the last season ended like a year ago.
Yeah, the last season was like they were like nearing the last season when we started playing, and then they added like one character, which was Grant.
And then by that point, the game was dead.
Yeah, the game was pretty much over.
So I'm like,
there were not many people playing, and it started out fun, but as I kept playing, I started to like it less and less. Like I started to like not like the game much as I kept playing.
Yeah, I think so.
To the point where it's just like I have so many issues with this game and I don't want to play it anymore.
It's like some of the maps, I don't like some of the maps. I hate pits, especially that one map where the whole thing is just a pit.
Yeah, I was gonna say some of the maps are bad. Some of the characters are just not fun. The maps are too small. I feel like they're too small. And just the gameplay factor, just some of the way like how you get knocked out is just really annoying because you can like get stuck and just bounce around for like 20 minutes and sometimes you'll stop and sometimes you'll bounce around for like 10 minutes and then you'll hit a wall and then
respawning takes 8 years.
Respawning is super slow. Like god damn, dude.
I honestly think, and I said it the whole time I was playing, either when you get knocked out, just fly through objects until you hit the end, or if you're going to get knocked out, have the player be able to mash out. So then when you're bouncing all around like that, you can actually just stop yourself.
Yeah.
Just have one or the other, not both. It's like, oh, you can get knocked around, but there's no way to stop. You have to wait for the game to say you're dead or you're good.
Yeah.
You just have to sit there.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I just had so many issues with that game. It just ruined the fun. It just made it not fun anymore. But anyways, we're way off topic. So, but my point being is that a dead game is not a waste. That's the other thing I was trying to say. And also, Smash Clone is a really stupid term, and just call it platform fighter, because that's what it is. Now, the topic we actually wanted to get to is about WB's Multiversus. Or, yeah.
Multiverse? Is
Multiversus.
Is it Multiversus?
Yes.
Okay.
Multiversus. Which is funny because if they call it Multiversus, that means that if you remove everything except the last 3 letters, it spells sus. And I think that's funny.
Well, Among Us confirmed?
Oh, who knows? But yeah, so we've both seen the trailer. I've seen the trailer numerous times. And I think the game looks great because they definitely took like a Disney Infinity approach to like the graphic style, and I think that works for the characters.
Right.
So I think it looks good. The characters are fully voice acted, which is great because it makes the game feel more lively. It has a focus on 2v2, which I think is great because I love 2v2. I feel like there's like character classes in the game. So like characters can be like a bruiser, which is like a physical fighter. There's an assassin, which is like a fighter that uses like various like weapons.
Because they actually have that on the site.
Okay, yeah, pulled it up. There's mage, which is the zoner. And then there's a fourth one, which I believe only Raindog and Steven are, which I think is like support or like protection. I don't know exactly what they call it, but
Yeah.
And so it helps like differentiate like the characters. They also have a setting where they are either horizontal or vertical. I don't exactly know what that means. I think it's like more of a focus on that direction with the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, pick like...
Because, yeah, assassin, they got bruiser, they have mage ranged, and they have support.
Oh, yeah, it's support. Okay.
The one support.
Cool.
Yeah, those are 4.
Yeah, so those are the 4 class... Wait. And Wonder Woman.
Oh, the shield. Tank.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because
The one tank.
she's the only tank. So, but yeah, no, it seems great. It looks good. The voices are cool. I like that there's more to this game. It looks fun. It's gonna have good online. It's got some decent characters to start with, and because it's Warner Brothers, they have like an endless library of characters they could add to this game.
Right. Do you think Warner... Yeah, I mean, yeah, duh. Warner Brothers obviously has a bigger roster than Nick does, I feel like, when it comes to characters.
Yes. Because Nickelodeon kind of focuses just on Nickelodeon, whereas this one is just called Multiversus, and it's a Warner Brothers fighting game. So
the
that
only
means
theme
like...
is just Warner Brothers characters.
So, yeah, but that means like Warner Brothers has Cartoon Network. They have Cartoon Network and Adult Swim. They have
Boomerang.
Boomerang. They have DC. They have all the Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Like, there's so much that they can pull from.
MTV? Beavis and Butthead?
Warner Brothers doesn't own... I thought Viacom owns MTV.
Dang, I forgot. But hey,
Yeah, that's different.
Beavis and Butthead and a platform fighter?
Yeah, I mean, I want Astro Boy, but I don't know if that will happen. But yeah, there's so much they could do. They could put LeBron James in the game and like Michael Jordan because they were both in Space Jam, and I want them in the game.
If they were the first 2 DLC characters of Michael Jordan and LeBron James.
Oh, I'd be very happy. I don't think that'll happen.
No, I don't
although
think so.
I did notice that in the trailer, Gandalf and Rick are not there. But I'm sure they're still in the game. I don't think they're just gonna get rid of them.
Yeah, there's those screenshots around with them.
Yeah, and then there's like screenshots of Ben being in the game too.
Yeah, the small Ben.
Yeah, young Ben, as a Cartoon
Let's see
Network
if,
Punch Time Explosion called it, young Ben.
Because they had Ben and then young Ben.
Does that mean Captain Planet could show up? 'Cause he was in Punch Time Explosion, so
Yeah, because it was the
like anyone in Punch Time Explosion could show up. So like,
What if they're just like, you know what? Everyone in Punch Time Explosion is here now.
yeah, just take all those Cartoon Network characters. Well, I mean, Johnny Bravo was in it. Goddamn Samurai Jack would be awesome, and Scotsman.
See, anyone they take from Punch Time Explosion, they can do them right the second time.
Yeah, Chowder and Flapjack. You know, I know they're not really like a thing anymore. And then Ben.
Then yeah, Ben.
You get both Bens and Kevin, I guess.
I don't know about Kevin.
And Captain Planet. Because Captain Planet is the hero, so... And he's gonna take all those villains down to 0. And by those villains, I mean only Harley, so...
By villain, I mean Harley.
I mean just Harley.
Because Harley's the only villain right now.
For now. I'm sure there will be more. But, yeah, and then... Like, then obviously they can pull more characters from the series that are already here. So, like, for DC, they have Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Harley. And they could add, the Justice Leagues. They could add, Martian Manhunter.
Anyone in Injustice 2. Injustice 1 and 2 that were DC.
Yeah,
you can just throw them in there.
Scorpion.
Sub-Zero.
Because Scorpion was in Injustice 1. And then Sub-Zero and Raiden were in Injustice 2.
He was also in that WB thing. With Ultra Shaggy in it?
Yeah, that thing that Warner Brothers did with Ultra Instinct Shaggy. Like Scorpion was there, so I wouldn't doubt Scorpion will be in the game.
Shaggy took Scorpion with him. There you go. That's the story.
He'll show up.
There you go.
I think it's funny that Shaggy, if on the website, Shaggy's backstory is that he went into Spooky Mansion and he ate a crystal that he thought was rock candy, and it gave him his powers.
It's funny because I saw a YouTube video about how Shaggy. It's like an original animation how Shaggy became Ultra. It's because I don't know. Like Shaggy went into a mansion like the same thing, only he was like warped to like a alternate reality where the gang was dead. And he didn't realize that he was in another universe, so he got so mad that he just became a Saiyan.
Or he just went through like a portal as an alternate universe where the whole Scooby
gang's dead. and then he got the power, and then somewhere down the line he came back here, but he didn't lose the power.
Oh, okay. I don't think they wanted.
He still has it.
I don't think they wanted to go that dark.
Like, whoops, they're dead.
Yeah, that might be a little too dark for this game. But yeah, they could add characters like Fred Flintstone could show up. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, Fred and Barney.
Yeah, they could be separate characters like Finn and Jake, or they could be together.
Yeah, like Tom and Jerry. The options are limited.
Yeah.
Unlimited, not limited. The options are limited.
The options are infinite.
The options you can do with the characters are infinite, but the options the characters you can put in it are limited.
Mm-hmm. And like. There's just I can't even think. There's just so much that they could do.
It's so overwhelming. It's only been 6 hours.
Yeah, I will say that one thing I noticed is that it seems that the standard 2v2 battle will be that you it's set to whoever, like, essentially it's set so that way when you ring out somebody, because they call it ring out, KO, whatever, same thing. When you ring out someone, your team gets a point. And once you get a certain amount of points, then you win.
So it's like KO count.
Yeah, essentially, it seems like the default will be KO count. Which, I mean, isn't all bad. It really depends on the gameplay.
I mean, that's fine. That's the way we prefer to play in PlayStation All-Stars.
Yeah, I think they do it that way just because the game would probably be like even more unfair in a 2v1. Because, I mean, 2v1s are tough in, like, Smash Brothers and stuff. Like, 2v1s are hard.
Trying to get back
but
to
I feel like in this game, this game definitely has a focus on, like,
keeping all
characters being able to help each other out. So, like, you have characters like Raindog and Steven who are supports because they can support their teammate. And I feel like that would just make 2v1s even harder. Or you have a character like Wonder Woman who's a tank who is very defensive.
Or Steven, I know that Steven has a move that he can put like a shield on his partner.
Yeah, he puts up a shield and his partner gets one too.
Who is the character that showed that they can like make holes, and then like your teammate can go through it as well?
Oh, Bugs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Bugs Bunny has like a burrow where he digs in the ground, and then your teammate can go through the hole too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I feel like because the characters are able to use moves to help each other out. Like, this game definitely focuses on working as a team. I feel like 2v1s would be impossible. So I think KO count is probably the way to go. That's how I see it. But yeah, I just think it's just cool. It's cool. We don't know a whole lot. Aside from the trailer, we don't know a whole lot. But the trailer sold me. Also, the game is free. So that's also cool. It's going to be a free-to-play game. Yeah, so, like, whether, like, there's no reason not to try it.
I can imagine what they're going to do is they have the free-to-play is, they're probably going to have, I don't know, like, maybe bonus character costumes that you, like, every character gets the 4, and then, like, bonus character costumes may cost in-game currency or real money if you want. Maybe DLC characters might be handled the same way. Like, you don't have to buy them outright. You might be able to earn enough in-game currency to get them for free, maybe.
Yeah, that would be cool. Although it's probably going to be a hell of a grind to get them without buying them.
I wouldn't doubt.
Yeah, that's usually how it works because they want you to buy them. But like, if the game gives you the option to grind in-game to get them, then that's cool. I wouldn't be surprised if they just sell them as like DLC packs.
Yeah.
like you can buy a deal, like they could release them like Smash did, where there's a DLC pack that you can buy, and then you just get the character when they come out. But yeah, there's all kinds of approaches that they can take to a free to play game, and yeah, what makes free to play cool is that there's no risk to trying the game when it comes out because it will cost you nothing other than some space on whatever platform you're playing it. Worst case scenario, you don't like it and you just delete it, and it's not like you bought it. So
it's like, screw it. It's like
yeah, you can delete it. You can, if you want to, you can come back like 6 months to a year later and see how different it is, or you can just forget about it. It's like, who cares? Either way, you don't pay anything for it. The other thing that's cool about free to play is that because with free to play, they have to obviously they're gonna have microtransactions because they have to make money somehow.
Yeah.
So there will be a currency that you can buy with real money, but they have to give you shit to spend it on. And like, it's not like they're going to release the game and it's gonna have stuff, and then because like if you buy everything, they're going to be releasing things regularly, whether it be characters, stages, more cosmetics, and all kinds of stuff, like probably like profile stuff.
That's why I was thinking that you would only start with like a few, maybe some stages, and then all the characters with just their 4 outfits.
I don't think you'll start with all the characters.
Maybe just the ones...
They'll probably give you a choice
who you want to start with.
I was gonna say, I wouldn't doubt that this game will probably let you pick one, and will have a rotation of like 2 or 3, like weekly, that like will just be available for anyone to play, and then you'd have to either unlock them or unlock the other characters, or you can pay to just have everybody.
Yeah.
I can see it doing that because a lot of free to play games do that. Like Paladins does that. Like Paladins starts you with like Paladins starts you with like 5 characters, and then there's usually like I think like 2 or 3 that go on rotation. And so like if you want to try the free ones, you can try them to see what you think, and then you can either spend money or get enough in-game currency and get them. So
even when games release, I wouldn't be surprised if they had like maybe like a $20 option. So it's like pay $20 and you can just have everything outright.
Yeah.
And then if we add stuff, then you still have to buy that. But everything.
Yeah, obviously, if there's going to be DLC, then I don't know if they're going to treat it like DLC or if they're just going to keep adding characters. I'm not sure. So I don't know how they'd want to go about it exactly, but I wouldn't doubt it'll probably be like a DLC pack that you'll have to buy. But I mean, if it was like $20, you get every character, I'd pay that. Especially if the game was free, I'd try it out for free, obviously, to see what I think, and then to see how much I like it, and then if I want to keep playing it, I would pay $20 to just have all 13 characters, just so that way I can play anybody.
I'd do it.
Yeah, I don't see why not, and then just use like the in-game currency to get all the cosmetic stuff, like get all the costumes and stuff, because it'll be cool. Yeah, and there are even like some costumes that I like did not recognize at all, like Black Lantern Superman. I don't really know Superman's lore. I'm not much of a Superman guy, but it seemed cool. They should have like Bizarro as a costume.
I'm hoping, speaking of Lantern, I'm hoping the Green Lantern's in it, and then maybe like the outfits could be 4 different people that were Green Lantern, or like maybe 4 different Green Lanterns.
Yeah,
like you can have, like in Injustice 2, you can have the now Green Lantern and like John Stewart.
Yeah, John Stewart is a great Green Lantern. I love if Green Lantern was in the game and like John Stewart with a costume, it'd be cool. I also heard that costumes can have different voices, because some costumes are like different characters, like Black Lantern Superman. You know, like he would have a different voice, so they have a different voice for him. I also heard that Jake has a costume that's Cake. And so Cake will have a different voice.
now I want Bubby to make an appearance because they have the same voice actress.
Bubby?
Yeah, Flapjack.
Oh, from. Well, I mean, Bubby would probably be like in the back. I don't think Bubby could be a character, but Bubby could be like on stage.
have her in it.
Yeah.
much like how you were saying that if they even had the rights to be able to use Futurama characters, make Bender a character, then this is Jake and Bender.
Yeah.
Because the same
Actually,
voice actor.
you know what they could do? They could put LeBron in the game and make Michael Jordan a skin. So that way they're both in the game. They don't have to make two different characters for them because they're both basketball players. So you could give them like the same moveset and just have both their voices.
Yeah,
I think it'd be cool.
I think the only thing is, I don't know how tall they are compared to each other.
Yeah, true. I don't know.
You could either have a really like short Michael Jordan or like a really tall LeBron James.
With your like Smash 4 Mii's.
Yeah.
You have me smaller.
They're two
you have regular
different
me, or
sizes.
you can have me smaller.
Or me taller.
You want me brawler, me smaller, or me taller?
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, so I don't know how exactly they'll go about that, but I think it would be cool. Although you are right about the height thing. I don't know about the height difference between like LeBron James and Michael Jordan, so I don't know if that would work.
Then again, they might just meet them in the middle. It probably won't even be that off-putting because it's all cartoons anyway.
Yeah. This ain't real life. We're not going for realism here, so that's fine. I mean, you really think you can trust a game where goddamn Bugs Bunny can beat Superman in a fight?
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're going for realism, do you have any idea how tall Michael Jordan was compared to Looney Tunes? He was really tall.
He was big.
So if you're talking realism,
I was gonna say, who would win in a fight? Batman with prep time or Bugs with a disguise?
Batman with prep time.
Batman with prep time or Bugs with the same amount of time to get a disguise? Like, who would win? Would they even fight? Would Batman
They lost each other.
Batman wouldn't be able to find Bugs because he's so good. He is like the master of disguise.
And vice versa.
That's a duel you could send off to death battle to see who would win, because I honestly don't know. But yeah, and then like imagine they add Doomsday into the game, and then goddamn Doomsday loses to Bugs Bunny in a fight.
Yeah, I just mentioned I mentioned Doomsday because as from what I've noticed, there doesn't seem to be a heavyweight. It seemed like to me maybe everyone's the same weight. Maybe with some differences like they did with Nick Allstars.
Mm-hmm.
Like some characters are lighter, some are heavier, and then everyone's just the equal amount. But from what I've noticed, there's no heavyweight like big guy. It seems like.
Yeah, generally platform fighters have at least like one big character, because obviously Smash has a few with like Bowser and King K. Rool, and then Nick Allstars has Reptar. So this game needs one, and I think Doomsday would be cool. Doomsday would probably be a tank.
No.
Because I mean he is. I don't know if they'd make him a tank or a bruiser. I just don't want Wonder Woman to be the only tank.
And then
you need there's two supports.
Have the original character be the only support.
Well, Raindog and Steven are both supports.
Oh yes.
Wonder Woman's the only tank.
Oh, okay.
I just don't want her to be the only tank. So I want the first character they add, I want to be a tank. In which Gandalf and Rick are both mages.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know what Ben would be. Probably a bruiser.
It's been leaked that Rick has like a portal gun that he can have like other like his partners go through.
Yeah, so it'd be similar to Bugs' holes, where
Right.
like Rick can have a portal and Bugs can have like a tunnel, which only you and your partner can go through.
Right.
So, but that's cool. So it makes me interested to try Bugs, because I was like, when this game comes out, I'm playing Wonder Woman, but like just Bugs' tunneling alone, it makes me want to try him just to see what you can do with that.
See how lenient it is.
Yeah. I want to see
what your
what
options are.
Yeah, I don't know, like, if you can... I don't know if it has, like, a set distance that, like, is the length of the tunnel. Like, it can't... Like, this is how far you go when you use the move. And, like, you can't really control it. Or if you can make it longer or shorter.
Or if, we can also see if, like, if there's a solid wall, can he go down on the floor and then come out like a wall?
Yeah.
So you can follow
You
that.
could dig into, like... Yeah, I don't know.
Dig into a wall and come out of the ground. Because it's all, like, connected.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a while, because it doesn't come out until 2022. We don't know when exactly, but... So it's going to be a while before we can play it, and all we can really do is speculate, unless they release more information, which would be nice. Like
I'm sure they'd want to keep up with it.
Yeah.
They'd want to.
They can.
Or at least I certainly hope they want to.
It's Warner Brothers. They can do anything. They've been around for
they have like
a
infinite
hell of a
money.
long
At this
time.
point, they have like infinite money.
Warner Brothers has been around for a hell of a long time, and they can pretty much do anything they want. So
there's also another comment that I saw that put the Animaniacs in it.
Good.
Either like do like a triple character or have them be their own characters.
Yakko, Wacko, and Dot.
Yeah, they can either be together or separated.
I think it'd be cool if they were separate characters. It'd be cool because the Animaniacs could do cool stuff. So, and obviously, like Pinky and the Brain won't work. They're too tiny, so that wouldn't work.
Put them in a mech.
One. They have mechs.
Why not have that? There's that one episode where Brain gets a human like outfit. So it's like he's like a big guy.
Oh,
like,
that's right.
With
Yeah,
Brain, like a tiny head.
Yeah, he's got a tiny head and he still has like his little mouse paws. But he's got like a suit, so he's the size of a person. That would be
Put him in that.
hilarious if they did that for Brain. They put Brain in the game and he just has like a human body with like tiny mouse paws and like a tiny mouse head. That would be so funny.
That could be the big guy.
I don't think it would be that big. He'd be the size of like a normal person, just with a tiny head.
Back to LeBron James thing. Michael Jordan. He's taller than a normal person, sure, but he was still like. But the Looney Tunes were like a quarter his height. So I think a normal person would do just fine.
He'd be the size of every other character. He'd be the size of like the average human-shaped character in the game. So.
Yeah.
You know, and by that I mean like Batman and not Finn. Because they're both considered humans, so...
It depends on which one you consider as the average human.
I would consider...
Batman the average or Finn the average?
Well, Batman is just a person who's got a lot of money, so... Like, money is his power. That he got all of his... He paid for everything. He's got all of his gadgets and stuff, because he's like... He's like Warner Brothers, got infinite money. So, where he gets it from.
He gets it from Warner.
Turns out Batman got all of his money because he invested in Warner Brothers when they started.
Warner Brothers stocks.
He got those Warner Brothers stocks, and now he sells one stock, and you're set for like a couple lives. So
one stock, $1 billion.
$1 trillion for one stock. It's like, I'll sell 2, please. I am set for 3 lifetimes.
For me, my grandchildren, my grandchildren's grandchildren.
And probably the next one up, too. Everyone's good. But yeah, so I think for now, that's really all we got. We both signed up for the playtest to see if we could get into, like, the playtest session that they do. Because we're waiting on that. We're also waiting on Kart Rider's Drift to see if we can get into that beta too.
I will say the first like if I'm in both, then the first time I get like a chance to, then I'm gonna stream it.
Yeah. Stream, record, we'll do whatever
both
if we get in there because I believe both of them are like closed betas, so not everyone will be able to play. Yeah. So you'll want to be able to share your experience with other people. Just, granted that they allow that. So
just with this, I signed up like 3 hours after the trailer. I don't know if that makes a difference. Probably not. But Kart Rider's Drift, I was in the first one. I hope they're like, hey, I know that guy. Wait a minute.
Yeah. I mean, we played the Kart Rider's Drift beta. Definitely worth checking out. So that way you can get an idea for the game in case you don't know what Kart Rider's Drift is. Because I'm sure there's plenty of people who saw Kart Rider's Drift at the PlayStation showcase, and they were like, what the hell is this? We've played it.
Pulled a Dante.
So, yeah.
What the hell is this?
Yeah, exactly. But we have a video on the channel where we played the beta. It was like, what? How long ago was that?
I think it's going on 2 years.
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago was when the first beta happened. So it's definitely worth looking at so you can see the game. You can see the game in action. And then hopefully the second one will happen so we can play that too. And I would love for Multiversus to let us play, so that way we can put that on here too, because betas are fun. So
we want all that.
Yeah. All right, but I think that's going to be it for now. And information will come as it does. We're not the quickest when it comes to this stuff, but it's still fun to talk about, especially when you have multiple topics, because sometimes it's hard to fill in a lot of time. You only have one topic.
It's also going to be hard to find a time to edit this, because this is being recorded the day before Pokemon does. It's probably where most of my time is going to be right now.
Don't worry. Yeah. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. That's okay. We'll find time. It'll be alright. Just put up a video, so not too worried about it.
Right.
But yep, so more various videos like the AVGN one that just went up recently, like the BB Hood one that went up not long ago. We have various Attempt to Play compilations. It's Attempt to Play is our Let's Play channel. It's definitely worth checking out. You should subscribe to both of them because we post things as regularly as possible.
Yeah.
Due to our lives, things can get hard, but we do our best to make sure that stuff goes up. So you never know what it's gonna be because
road to 1,000.
Yeah. I believe you're at like 850 something.
866.
866. Hopefully, we're gonna see if we can get you to 900 by like New Year's. It'd be cool. I don't know how possible that is, but we're gonna try. So until then, we'll find something else to talk about and then see you on the next Attempt to Speak.
Yeah, we'll actually know what number it is.
Yeah, we'll know what number it is next time.
Yeah.